SOAR is a rehabilitation facility dedicated to songbirds only. And we may be one of a kind in Ontario, because I don't know of anyone else who specializes only in songbirds. First thing I ask is what the problem is, and then I check the bird. In the meantime, I get them to fill in an entry form. And I check the bird over and then take him into care. So, it depends on what the ailment is. Sometimes if it's an adult, it's an ailment, But if it's just abandoned babies, we have to feed them. So it's usually too late to put them back where they came from. You get up at 5 o'clock. You get to the clinic by 5:30 and start feeding. All of the the babies have to be fed every 20 minutes for the whole day until dark. You have food to make up. You have medications to give some of the birds. In the summertime, most of the birds are orphans. Some birds come in just injured adults, but and they take care, but they don't take feedings that often.
I'm an RVT, registered vet technician. I volunteer with Judy at SOAR and have been volunteering there for about 3.5 years now. I fell in love with wildlife rehabilitation a few years ago. I was working with wildlife in BC, and then when I came here, I was at the University of Guelph, and I thought, how can I stay involved in wildlife rehabilitation? And I started looking around, and I found SOAR just in Rockwood, and I went over. I met Judy there. She was welcoming, and I just absolutely loved the operation. So much good was happening in such a small place. A typical volunteer day at SOAR usually starts with making sure all of the patients have food and water and that all of their cages are clean. Someday we have upwards of 15, 20 patients in care, if not more. So it can be quite a task. We also end up feeding a lot of the babies, so songbirds need to be hand-fed quite frequently, often every 15 minutes to every half hour, and then upwards from there. So it is quite a bit of work.
I think it's hard for people to put their all into wildlife. I know that people have got their passions, they've got their hobbies, etc. But I think it's unusual for people to see value in putting all of their efforts into something that's so ethereal that it flies away. Or even worse, that it dies. Or maybe even more tragic is that it has to be euthanized. For somebody to give their all, to give all their time, all their extra resources, and in fact, I've seen her feed birds sooner than she feeds herself. If you're successful, they leave you. And if you're really successful, you've made no imprint on them whatsoever. That way you don't have birds flying up to people's houses and tapping on the window and asking for food. So if we could increase the facilities, then we could be even more impactful in our community. And I know that Judy has gotten birds from other communities. It's not just locally in the Guelph Rockwood area. They have come from farther afield.
Well, providing care to the birds and veterinary care in general is really quite expensive. The drugs are expensive, the materials are expensive, and the expertise to be able to do it, if you think about it, it's years in training to be able to take care of these patients. Judy's been doing it for 15, 20 years, if not more. And really, that cost is absorbed by us at SOAR.
We have to pass this world on to the next generation. And I just hope that we could educate some of them, as to what's going on right around them, that they don't see. When I was a child, we spent months at the cottage. I spent all my free time sitting on a rock on the shore or on a log in the woods and just being quiet and listening and watching. And chipmunks would come and eat popcorn out of my lap, and chickadees would come and eat seed out of my hand. It was such a satisfying feeling And when I grew older, I realized that what I really wanted to work with was birds. The demand is growing, and the birds are coming fast and furious. They're smart and they're survivors, and they just keep going no matter what until they run into really big problems from people. You know, I mean, the cold doesn't bother them. They make it through. They know how to do all of this, and they've been on this planet longer than we have. So they certainly know how to survive, except when up against people. Keeping this thing going, because where else are the birds going to go?